Good morning. I've drawn 3 cards for you about your relationship. So this is not just love relationships. This is about relationship with family or friends also. So get clear on what relationship you're wanting more insight into, and I'll share with you what we've drawn. Are you ready? Okay, so the first card is the Tikbalang. And it was drawn in reverse. This is a creature who was created out of fear, actually fear of horses. When horses were first introduced to certain cultures, they, in Chinese and Spanish cultures, they had never seen horses before, and so they immediately became a part of their folklore and something to be feared. They created scary stories, demon stories even, about these horses. And so when this is drawn in reverse, since these horses, or since this creature the thought form became so strong of this creature that it actually became a creature in the ethers, a thought form. And it would lead people, it would take the form of a loved one even possibly, and lead people down paths, getting people to follow them, thinking they were a loved one or somebody that they trusted, get them to follow them and get them really lost in the woods and things like that, to play tricks on them. So this isn't an evil creature inherently. It's complicated because it's born out of fear. So, but it has been known as well to make friends with people, etc. So it's not just pure evil, is my point. Anyway, this card is about the past, because we have a past, present, and future relationship card here. So this one is about being off the path. You are off the path, and anytime that we're off the path, we need to really go within and look at our emotional guidance system. So we can only get off the path if we're not in touch with our emotional guidance system. And so this card was saying that you were not in touch with your emotional guidance system. You probably weren't paying attention to signs, and not even really sure, maybe even confused and just really unclear. So this is about the past, and that would make sense, at least for my past relationships. I don't know about you. Okay, so, and then this is about the present, and this could be the past of the current relationship that you're in as well. And number 22, upright, this is about the present. It's the Eye of Serpent, drawn upright. And this card is about surrender. The Eye of Serpent is a being that comes from plant consciousness of ayahuasca. So it comes to people when they are in ceremony and are having a hard time with surrender. And this card, the serpent comes to force surrender, actually, in these times when you're unwilling to surrender. So this card is asking you or calling for you to surrender and not be forced to surrender, because this situation can bring you to your knees. And it's saying that what is the reason that you're feeling that you have to control right now? And this is about the present. So what aspect of you feels like it needs to control, and what situation of this relationship? And it's asking you to surrender and saying that it's going to be a lot easier to surrender than to be forced to surrender. Letting go of control in the situation. And this is also a card that's calling you to go within, to feel the vulnerability and fear that is underneath, the pain that is underneath that need for control. And this card could also come if you're being called to actually partake in the plant medicine of ayahuasca itself. So just feeling into that, and feeling into which ways that you're trying to control, and maybe getting help. If you need help for your inner work, your emotional processing, seeking out someone who can guide you through that process could also be helpful at this time. And next, we got the double of 22, it's 44. It's quite the appropriate card for a relationship reading, and this is about the future. So this is the Potamon, it's drawn upright, and this card is all about relationships, actually. This creature is all about relationship. it spends most of its life going to the place to find its specific mate. Once it mates with this partner, it stays with that partner until the eggs are hatched. It stays connected to this partner till the eggs are hatched, and it is protecting this partner. And they stay connected, and as the eggs form and turn into beings, these creatures die connected to each other. And the whole point of their life is to be connected, find each other, be connected, and create an offspring that represents that connection so it will live on forever. So what this card is telling you when it's drawn upright is that you need to really prioritize a relationship or multiple relationships at this time, that you really need to make sure that you're doing things that are for the relationship. And most people probably are, or at least believe that they are doing things for the relationship, or I'm sorry, for the other person that is in the relationship. Okay, so we'll be doing things for the relationship, and the relationship is its own entity. There's two people, and then there's the entity of the relationship. And we can be feeding the relationship, but not feeding the person, the other person in the relationship, if that makes sense. So this card is really wanting you to get clear on what is needed, what this other person wants, needs, desires, and getting clear about your thoughts about what you are doing right now to feed the other person, and getting clear if that is actually what they want or need or how they feel loved. Because we could be doing things thinking that we are doing it for the other person, and actually it's not the way that they feel or receive love. And so unintentionally, we're harming the relationship without knowing it. So this is calling for you to get really clear and communicative with your partner and prioritize this person and what they need. Find out how they feel loved and start doing things like that for them, because otherwise you could be destroying the relationship without even knowing it. So this is wanting you to really prioritize that, and that's a pretty good card for the future of your relationship. You always want to do that. Any relationship that you get into, you really want to get clear on their needs and what feeds them. So those are our 3 cards for today about relationship. I do personal readings at moonstonemanor.org. You can book with me. And I also do personal sessions for emotional healing work, the completion process, parts work, etc. So get a hold of me, book with me. I'd love to see you. Thanks for being here today, and I'll see you tomorrow.